Hi guys, this is Spenelli Speaks. I'm Danny, and I thought I'd give you a little bit of a glimpse of what I do on the weekend when I am not at work. So typically on Sundays is our major cleaning day. I get a good dinner going, and I may make some sweet items for the week, like a bread or cookies or something like that. So I wanted to kind of give you a glimpse into the other parts of my life, as I do spend a lot of time in the kitchen. So right now you can see behind me lots of dishes were done today. I've got my crock pot ready to go for my meal. I'm gonna make the zuppa toscana soup that you often see at Olive Garden. I found a recipe on Pinterest that I really wanted to try. I'll link that down below so you can follow that creator's recipes and see if you'd like to make that yourself. But wanted to kind of just give you guys an idea of what I do on the weekend. So I hope you enjoy. Please hit that subscribe and also the bell so you can see my videos come in. I try to do something different here and there. Obviously, being brand new, I've only had a couple of videos, so this is my first time doing a vlog type video, but I really enjoy showing you guys a little bit of a glimpse, and I really just do this for me. So I like to share a little bit about what I do, and a lot of that is cooking. So I wanted to show you this recipe, as well as I'm actually going to make some bread today too. So I hope you enjoy. Before I get into anything, I just kind of wanted to show you my little sleeping audience. So here they are. Aren't they so cute? My little boys sleeping on the couch, watching Mama. Dwight, say hello. Hi. You guys are so cute. Can I get zoomed in? Oh no, now they've come. Too much. Hi. Hi. What do you want? You want to say hello to everybody? Say hi. Kingston, what do you think? No? So stop looking at our dirty floors, Mama. So for my soup, I've actually got all of my ingredients ready here. I'm going to be using some hot Italian sausage as well as some bacon. I have all of my seasonings all together here. It was salt, pepper, nutmeg, and sugar. I also have my onions and garlic, so chopped onions and minced garlic. And then I also have some potatoes cut up. I did peel the potatoes, but if you go ahead and wash the potatoes and keep the skin on, you certainly can do that. I have my chicken broth and then some water that the recipe calls for. So I will go ahead and show you what my first step is. So what I've started here is a little bit of cut up bacon in some grapeseed oil. And this is about 5 slices of thick cut bacon. And I'm just going to be sauteing this here, breaking them apart, getting them nice and crispy. And I'm going to add in the mild sausage along with this to add the flavor profile together. I'm just going to grab that next here. And what you want to do with the sausage is break it up crumbly like for the soup. Now we're making the zuppa toscana soup, made popular by Olive Garden. I actually found this recipe on Pinterest, like I said before, and I'll link that below so you have it. I was really excited when I saw it because it's one of my favorite soups there at Olive Garden, and I don't make it in very often, so now that I can make it at home, I think I'll be much happier. Okay, as we can see, our Italian sausage is starting to brown, and our bacon is starting to get a little crisp here. I wish you were here so you could smell this. It smells glorious. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the onion and the garlic. This is about 1 jumbo onion and about 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. And we're just going to mix that in there. You can just smell all of the flavors combining here. Smells really good. I don't know about you guys, but I love onion and garlic. When my kitchen smells like garlic, you know it's a good day. So we're going to let that cook up a little bit. Okay. So now while our sausage, bacon, onions, and garlic are finishing up, we're going to go ahead and start putting in our other ingredients into our crock pot. Now I have one of the larger crock pots, but you could use a standard crock pot. About 6 quarts would be fine. But I'm going to go ahead and put our remaining ingredients in here beside the kale and heavy cream. That comes in last. So first we have about 4 russet potatoes cut up. Like I said before, you can leave the skin on these. Not a problem. I like the skin on, but my potatoes that I had this time around had a few eyes growing out of them, so I decided to take those off. So I cut them up. You can put them in little 1-inch bite-sized cubes, and whatever to your liking. I know at Olive Garden they typically have them a little bit thinner and have the skin on them as well. So first we have the potatoes there. You're going to use 32 ounces of chicken broth. So I typically go to the store and will buy the boxed chicken broth. Other than that, if I use just 1 cup of chicken broth or 2 cups of chicken broth, I'll usually use the bouillon cubes. So we're going to go ahead and pour all of this in to our crock pot over our potatoes. The recipe also calls for 2 cups of water, so we're going to go ahead and put that in as well. And then we're going to put in our seasonings. And like I said before, this is going to be 1 teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 2 teaspoons of granulated sugar. Let's go ahead and give this a quick stir. And lastly, we're going to go ahead and put in our meat, onion, and garlic mixture. Now I live here in Wisconsin, and today's actually a pretty nice day. I'd say it's only in about the 30s. Degrees Fahrenheit, which is actually cold for some, but for us, because it gets much colder in the winter, it's actually quite nice today. So days like this, and days even colder than this, soups are the way to go. So I'm just giving this a quick stir, and then we're going to go ahead and put the lid on, and we're going to put this on high for about 3 to 4 hours. Okay, so while my soup is cooking in the crock pot, I am going to make some bread. I love bread. Bread is one of my favorite foods, and I love banana bread especially. But today, I'm actually going to make a peanut butter chocolate chip bread. So I'll link the Pinterest recipe that I found below, so you can follow that creator's recipe, and maybe they'll have some others that you may try if peanut butter bread isn't your style. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the ingredients. I have all of my ingredients collected here. Obviously peanut butter and the chocolate chips, but there's also milk, egg, Greek yogurt, baking powder, brown sugar, granulated sugar, as well as flour, vanilla, and some salt. So I'm going to go ahead and get that ready, and I'll go ahead and do a time lapse so you don't have to wait with me while I do that. So the first two ingredients we put together were the peanut butter and brown sugar. And we're just gonna go ahead and cream these two. And now we're gonna go ahead and put all the dry ingredients together, being the flour, the salt, and the baking powder. And then we'll mix together more of the wet ingredients, which are the yogurt and milk. We're going to go ahead and add about half of the flour mixture and then half of the yogurt mixture, and then again as we are putting all of these together. And we're ready for the chocolate chips. Okay, so I have my mixture out from underneath the mixer, and the last ingredient that I have to add in is the 1 cup of chocolate chips. So I'm going to go ahead and fold these in. And then I've already gone ahead and buttered my bread tin. I'm going to actually make individual bread loaves instead of one large one. And I'm using a large cookie scoop, and I usually use 2 scoops into each bread tin. So I'm going to go ahead and fill those up. Okay, about to take the bread out. It's been about 20 to 25 minutes. Looking at them, ooh, they look good. Just want to make sure that the middles are nice and dry, no wet dough there. I'm just going to put them on these cooling racks. And there was a little bit extra, so I went ahead and just made some little muffins. Those look good. So those will go ahead and cool for us before we dive in. Time to cut up some kale. We're going to take these big old stems off and get our kale ready for our soup. So just roughly chopped. This smells so good. Now for our final step, we're going to put in our kale and our heavy cream. So it's about 2 cups of heavy cream, about 3 cups of our kale. We'll let that cook for an additional 30 minutes, and it's dinner time. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and try my Zuppa Toscana Olive Garden style. I have a feeling this is gonna be pretty good. Gonna see if I can get a spoonful with everything on it. Some bacon and some spinach. That's a mouthful. Olive Garden. This is pretty close. This is really good, guys. Check out my link below. I'll put the Pinterest creator down there so you can follow this recipe. So good. I can't wait to eat it. Looks like this table needs some food. Time for dinner. Okay, everyone, I am going to try my bread. So if you noticed, I did a few muffin tin breads that with the leftover batter, as well as doing my full tin that has 8 bread loaves in it. So many bread loaves. So I've just taken half of it, and you can see my chocolate here. This was a peanut butter chocolate chip bread. This is really good. Oh, wow. I like that you really can taste the peanut butter, and then the chocolate just, oh, it's like a Reese's cup. That's what it tastes like, a Reese's peanut butter cup. This is so good. Well, that's all. I had so much fun showing you a little bit of what I do in the kitchen. I had a blast today showing you a new soup that I tried, the bread that I made, which was delicious. The soup was amazing. Something a little bit different than, you know, talking about books, but just another thing that I do throughout the week. I cook 6 days a week, basically, each week, depending on the week. So lots of different meals. So to share one with you is really great, guys. So until next time, make sure you hit that subscribe, that notification bell, so you see my videos come through, as well as commenting. I love seeing comments. I love interacting. So until next time, guys, happy reading.